Hey, what's going on YouTube? That other guy SF here, ready to speedrun an Undertale Genocide run. Today, we're running with the legendary Furkle. Let's dive right in. So, Furkle just fell from a height of like 1,000,000,000 feet and landed softly in a patch of yellow flowers. We need to press on if we're gonna get another dub. Speaking of yellow flowers, we find the legendary character Flowey the Flower. He can already sense the speedrunning presence Furkle radiates, and knows that he probably shouldn't mess with him. He knows Furkle is as well known as someone like Michael Jackson, while Flowey himself is more like well known as Scottie Pippen. Flowey knows he can climb the social ladder if he can just get Furkle out of the picture. Flowey tries to eliminate Furkle to increase his social status, but it instead is met with a fireball by Goat Mom. She too can sense Furkle's aura and knows better than to try and cross him. She instead attempts to be motherly towards him. But Furkle has no time for this. He has places to be, things to see, people to stab, slash, or mangle. But Furkle knows he can spare a couple of seconds. He knows he needs to brush off his speedrunning abilities and knows that he is rusty at it. He can barely figure out how to pull the levers to move on to the next area, where he will meet his first victim, the dummy. Furkle, of course, unleashes a can of Whoop Asriel Dreamer on him and decides it is time. He needs to save just this once, because he's about to unleash his true power. He briskly walks down the corridor. Furkle decides it's time to face his hardest opponent yet, Sans from Undertale. He knows he's going to have to pull out all of the stops for this run. Here, I'll read what Sans says.
Do you think even the worst person can change? That everybody can be a good person if they just try? Alright, well, here's a better question. Do you want to have a bad time? 'Cause if you take another step forward, you are really not gonna like what happens next. Well, sorry, old lady, this is why I never make promises. It's a beautiful day outside. Birds are singing, flowers are blooming. Hey, boo-boo, on days like these, kids like you should be burning in HIFA!
Now, of course, Furkle evades with minimal effort. He knows all of Sans' moves before he's even gonna make them. And with that, Furkle counterattacks, causing Sans to, of course, attempt to make amends with him. Sans begins to monologue about the past, about how Furkle has a twinkle of humanity left in him, though he lit everyone ablaze in the wake of his speedrunning prowess. Now fellas, we all know where this leads. Furkle, being the bigger creature, knows what he must do. He decides he can spare Sans in this genocide speedrun. He sees no issue with it whatsoever. Sans seems to be moved by this act of mercy bestowed upon him. Furkle could even spot a single teardrop running down Sans' cheekbone. Now, you may be asking, what would Sans do in this type of situation? Well, it's quite simple. He attempts to dunk on Furkle. Well, I got a surprise for you, Sans from Undertale. Furkle's soul refused to get dunked on, bucko. Sans is now clearly quaking in his slippers after seeing that, and knows he has no chance to win this fight. He knows he cannot stop me, that other guy SF, from claiming another speedrun record. Now Furkle does the dirty work and slashes through cloth and bone like it was hot butterscotch cinnamon pie. Here are Sans' final words.
Just don't say I didn't warn you. Welp, I'm going to Grillby's. Any second now. Papyrus, do you want anything?
And with that, we have another GGEZ. Now, let's finish up this speedrun. We find Furkle looking back at us with a grin that could pierce the heavens. The beautifully orchestrated, ominous music begins to play in the background, and it certainly doesn't sound like some sort of carbon monoxide alarm going off. Your power awakened my pure speedrunning potential. This soul, this Furkle. He wants to tell you, that other guy SF, me, that your speedrun was a legit world record. I knew it! I knew it from the beginning, folks. I'm the best out there, alright? Now, like, comment, and subscribe.